Oh, my dream stadium tour. Wow. Let me think about that for a second. I grew up a big Jimmy Buffett fan. So Jimmy Buffett, I also grew up a little bit of a hippie, so widespread panic would be nice.
Yes.
You're also not coming out of this concert sober.
Well, I wouldn't be going in sober either, let's be honest. Who else would I like? I'd like a little Run DMC, like old school 80s. I feel like that would be solid.
I mentioned Beastie Boys, but I mean, I know Ad Rock's dead, but I mean, I think Beasties would be amazing.
Beastie Boys would be solid. I changed my tune. Yeah, let's put Beastie Boys in there. And I feel like we have to have country, but we have to have like upbeat country. So like maybe just get a collaboration of like a bunch of bro country artists and bring like T.I. and some other guys out there to sort of jam with them. I like that.
Okay, so
that's a good
one. He asked me, and I said I think Weezer, Beasties, and who was the other one I said?
Beck.
Oh, Beck. Yeah, I thought Beck. Yeah, Beck. I kind of love Beck.
No, like honestly, that collaboration, I'm going if it's here. I 100% will go to that concert.
Okay, so what was your takeaway from the weekend? We had a bunch of bad games. We had a couple of big games. What was your thought? And we had the debacle on Rocky Top. What was your overarching thoughts about the weekend?
I thought it was big for college football to have, two big games back to back. You had drama in negative ways with Florida State and with Tennessee, like you mentioned. You got to see a little bit more about Ohio State in a massive game. You learned a lot about Michigan and what they aren't. And then you saw something that I said last week. USC is just fine with Keaton Slovis and actually way better with Keaton Slovis. So I think you got a glimpse as to, kind of how the season's going to take shape. And maybe answered some questions about what teams really are.
And with what you talked about with Michigan and what they are and what they're not, should they be going and getting away from Shea Patterson? I mean, is this what we're talking about with them? Because, I mean, I listened to the broadcast driving up to Birmingham on Saturday. They went a 3-and-out on the very first series of the second half. You would have thought that they had already lost the game if you were listening to their play-by-play guy. Like that's just how it sounded. Like they seriously thought, well, we're screwed. We're absolutely screwed.
Well, then, yeah, I mean, they kind of were at that point. I felt like.
God, the conversations that we had before the game room gets going. I mean, it's utterly ridiculous, just to be honest. Welcome into the 740 game room. I am Joe Hunk. This is MK. And this is our pro football tournament played with the game Madden 20. So since they can't say that we don't give them any love or anything like that, let's just see a wonderful trailer featuring Madden 20. And we're boarding that because it's just running extremely slow. So this is Sports Radio 740 in the 740 game room. Now, if you look at our bracket, then what you're going to see is this is the matchup at the very top of the bracket, meaning the winner of this plays myself and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Both their reactions
like,
was just
crap.
10 out of 10 right there.
But beforehand.
That was beautiful.
Yes, but
Thank
beforehand, it is the Texans and the Eagles. So, MK, what do you think about this in our bracket that we have right now?
In real life, I think that the Eagles would probably dominate the Texans. In 740 game room life, this may be a pretty equal matchup.
Now, there's one thing about this, and luckily the video would not download, but the last time that Jay Rio played this game, just if you're seeing my fingers, 5,
He's just
6,
nodding
7,
along.
8, 9 turnovers. Over 2 years ago, actually, yeah, it's been about 2 years ago, a year and a half, Jay Rio played this with the Houston Texans and had 9 turnovers in this football game. There were 14 total turnovers in the game that Jay Rio played in.
That's rough.
Okay, so when we come back, Jay Rio's going to be here as he is the visiting team, and he's going to talk to you and see if he can do better than throwing 9 interceptions in the 740 game room this time around.
try and get that fixed before the actual game starts. So, Rio, I'm going to start where he just left off. 9 interceptions. Do we think we can do better than that?
Why do we got to bring up old stuff? Why are we got to bring up all that stuff? To be honest with you, if I remember correctly, it was Deshaun's first year, and I think I just was throwing it to everybody but Texan players.
You
So
just weren't sure who you were teammates with
I was
yet.
all over the map, MK. It was pretty horrible. So let's move on. Can we move on to
Okay, we'll move on.
2019 and let's see what happens today?
Okay, so this is a new game.
It seems. And let me just also
Okay,
interject that it seems like I always lose in the most spectacular way. Last year, if Joe remembers, there was some crazy circumstance that I could have won the game, but I decided to kneel. I think it was something really weird that happened, but
Yeah, he has a history of doing some weird
so
stuff.
who knows what's going to happen tonight? We'll just see how fun this is going to be tonight.
So you picked the Texans last time.
I'm
You
always
went
going to
with
pick
them
this.
again.
I'm always going to go Texans.
Is that just like a home team
that's
feel or
that's
what?
just you wouldn't pick anybody but Auburn, wouldn't you?
I mean, I don't know. Sometimes they suck. So
Wow.
sometimes I want to win.
So you can't. You got to roll with your team, though. You got to go all in or not at all, right?
It depends.
I mean, there's rebuild years, but come on now. I mean,
Rio.
at least you're not Tennessee. I mean,
I don't think you've
think
ever
about
gone
that.
3-9
I mean,
before. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, though, you need to stick with your team. You might want to reevaluate your. I'm just saying.
Oh.
That's just me. I'm just saying, though. You
Okay.
know, if Auburn is awesome, that's great. You could be all in. But if they suck, you got to be all in too. Come on.
I am in real life, but if it's a video game, it doesn't count.
Well, then that's
Like,
what
come
we're
on.
talking about, though, in
This
real
doesn't
life.
count.
It counts to me. It counts because
Oh.
it's the Texans.
gosh.
Let's go.
Okay, well, Rio's jacked and up and ready to go. We're hoping for less than 9 interceptions tonight. There
Yes.
still may be at least one.
What
I
is
don't know.
What is the over and under tonight? Are you
I'm
gonna
gonna
set
put it
the
at
odds?
3.
3?
Yeah.
Okay. That's
I'm
that's
putting-
not bad.
That's
I'm
pretty
putting
good
it at
props.
8. I'm putting it at 8 interceptions tonight.
What'd you say?
Wow.
Okay, cool. Okay, so we're gonna send this back to game field. Possibly it may not work. And then Will and Gordon will be here next.
All right, so if anybody knows me very well, I'm a Dallas Cowboy fanatic. And we got two teams in here that I just hate wholeheartedly. But we have Gordon here who is playing as the Philadelphia Eagles. But anyway, Gordon, so you were here earlier, you were practicing with the Eagles.
Not good.
It was not good
It
at all.
was,
I mean, you were letting Deshaun Watson
Would
just
not
run
have
up
been
and down the
worth
field.
anybody watching.
No, it was not. No. So, one, why did you pick the Eagles?
Defense. I figured, that's going to be the big thing here is turnovers. So if I can get some of those, good.
Good.
If not so good.
Yeah, So
Because they don't have a lot of offensive weapons really, other
No.
than maybe the tight end, and I mean Wentz himself's all right, but
yeah, I mean
Alshon Jeffrey's okay, but
you get Nelson Aguilar going, you get
Yeah.
Alshon Jeffrey, you get Zach Ertz going.
I think as a whole team they're pretty good.
Yeah, definitely. And then as well, you got the two young backs with Jordan Howard and Miles Sanders. Not known for power, but they have good speed on them, so that can really help you on this game. Now, what is your plan on defense to stop Deshaun Watson?
Never even heard of Deshaun Watson,
Oh,
so that's
yeah.
not going to change after tonight.
Oh, all right.
No, I really don't know. I'll probably run a lot of, like some cloud cover. I don't want to give it away, but
Okay, that's fine. That's
stuff to keep him in the pocket.
Okay.
It's going to have to happen.
All right, so hopefully Deshaun Watson does not have his magic like he did against Alabama and Clemson a couple years ago.
He's pretty good.
But
He's pretty good at football.
Yeah, he is. He is.
There,
So
Rio.
hopefully we'll send it to Game Field. Hopefully we get our commercials going. But if
No.
not, we'll pause
Joe
it for a
shake
little
its
bit.
head no.
So you know what? We're going to send it to Game Field or whatever. We'll get Rio back in here. We'll get you ready for Houston versus Philadelphia live from Lincoln Financial Field.
We'll see. Good luck, man. Yeah, man.
All right, here
Have
we go.
fun. Let's
All
do
right,
this
so
again.
let's
I
hope
love
and
the
pray.
sweets. Okay, someone's mic is not on. Jeez,
I
Gordon.
come on,
turned it-
Gordon,
I just turned
come
it
on,
off
man.
during the break.
You
I
don't have
didn't
to
want
turn
to
it off.
curse.
It doesn't.
Make sure mine's on.
Let's not curse in
That's
general.
what I'm saying.
Let's hope.
preferably.
Let's hope that the video is working. It is not lagging. I hope. Right, Joe. Thank you. Thank
Not
you,
much
Lord above.
action is that happening though.
That's very true.
Well, that's good. Up here.
Shout out
Reading
R.
it.
Terry. This one's for you.
We're gonna have like a Hill Terry action or what? What do you think?
I hope so.
It looks good on here. So
Okay, we
We're
need to
gonna
get
hope and
something that's
pray.
moving a bit quicker than that though.
As much
Let's
as I
not-
love the
Oh,
intro
those
and
are
everything,
Lord.
disgusting.
You're going back to the Randall
We're going
Cunningham.
Cunningham,
You're going
baby.
back to Randall Cunningham.
We're going to
looking
show you what
Eagles.
a dual threat quarterback
Isn't
looks
that
like.
isn't it
That's
also
disgusting.
Vince Papali, whatever his name
Yeah.
is in the
Yeah.
Invincibles?
yes.
What
Mark-
a movie!
All I think about is Mark Wahlberg
What-
now.
What a great movie that was with Mark Wahlberg,
I
right?
don't know. Thanks a lot, Mark.
Yeah.
Now you've ruined
You know
the
what's
whole
crazy?
story. I do
You know
like
what's
the Reds.
crazy
I like the
about
Reds.
that is
Yeah,
the
I gotta
first
go
game
Red.
he
I don't see
played
those very often.
at the
Gotta
Ashton
go.
Vince Papali. The first game he played was against the Cowboys at Texas Stadium, and he got ran over.
Not a big guy.
Not a big guy at all, no,
Yeah,
but he
not-
got
not a
he
huge
got
human being.
stuffed.
This is stuff I don't know what you're
Like
talking about.
like
Bye, Joe.
he got stuffed on the. I believe it was the kick. I believe it was like the kick, the first
Kick six?
kickoff. No,
No?
it was not
Okay.
kick six. You stop it right there. No, but it was one of those.
Was it with 1 second left?
Ah,
Right there.
Did someone call a timeout to get that second back up on the clock?
Yeah, they did. Uh huh.
Give me a
Who was
hold.
that?
Something.
Who was that? Who was that? I have no clue who
Nick
that
Saban?
was.
Oh.
I think it was Saban. Come on, man. I know
Yeah.
y'all do. I know y'all do.
Those
this,
are
but-
disgusting.
Face mask on the first play.
Well, that's what the Eagles had.
Come
back
on,
then.
refs.
I would have never stepped outside in those jerseys.
Well,
Come on,
then,
stripes.
well then you would
Hey,
have.
you're talking to yourself, Gordon.
You would have not been loved in Philadelphia. then.
Refs suck.
Oh my.
Oh my goodness.
Gordon, who do you pull for
Fletcher
in the
Cox
NFL?
is
Oh,
really
no,
good.
oh no! You said you
I'm
said you were
a Denver
Broncos.
Broncos fan.
Oh, you
Okay.
poor sweet baby.
Thank
It's
you.
okay.
It's better than Tennessee.
Joe Flacco.
The flag, yeah.
He's
How's
like a
he doing this
he's
year?
like a mummy
Gosh,
back there. You can't
Not
even
well.
he can't
Is-
move. He's
what
not.
is
He's
the-
really not playing bad though.
What is Denver? Are they 0-2 or
They are
1-1?
0-2.
They're
That's
0-2.
correct. Well, let's keep bringing it up.
Well, I mean,
Just stab him in the back, twist
sorry,
the knife.
sorry, Tony, as well. By the way, yeah.
Oh!
Gosh.
Okay, so I don't know if either of you have played this version yet, but the ball just hangs in the air
It
if you
does.
don't catch it. So picks are honestly like the easiest thing to get in this game.
Mhm.
So just a small tip.
I find it ironic that Gordon is complaining about the refs already.
Same.
No irony here. I know I'm no good.
It happens. That was Joe.
It's got to be the refs then, right?
I mean, it's got to
Yeah,
be.
Of course.
Who's paying who?
There's nothing worse than looking at a coach and be like, "Sorry, I didn't see it."
How many times do you do that a game?
Yeah.
More than you can count on two hands.
That's good.
Wow.
No.
No.
I've never.
no.
I'm in
I
the
feel like
middle.
you like
I'm usually in the middle of the field, so
It happens there.
Can't see it.
Have you ever gotten like blindsided by a high schooler?
I've been hit. Yeah,
You've been hit, okay. And how bad was it?
not too bad.
Must have been a 1A school.
The worst would get stepped on.
What are you looking for? Were you just like gave Gordon a death stare?
No, I was trying to figure out. I was like, "What are y'all talking about?" And then I heard nothing but getting stepped on. Like, yo,
So Gordon
good hit.
is a part-time referee, high school referee
Yeah,
Okay,
I feel
For-
yes, I know this.
for
Yeah.
football and basketball.
I was trying to get a job actually with him, see if I can make my $27.50. Or no, it's probably more than that.
Oh,
But
yeah, it's
y'all
pretty
making
good
more
money
now.
Yeah, it's not by the hours.
You know
per
what
game.
Gordon actually got
That
me
was a
into
while
thinking about
back.
becoming a referee.
Oh, I
I
was
used to ref.
I was a
Yeah,
ref
me
a
too.
long time ago.
Soccer.
Yeah,
I
that's.
did soccer
Yeah,
too.
it was
It's a,
it was horrible.
It's
Oh no. You know what's worse?
What's that?
It's junior high school girls basketball. I love the girls. I
Right.
love them. I think they're great.
Yeah.
But when it comes to I don't know what that was. That was a miss
LeVar
button.
Miller,
yeah,
Charles
like,
Drake.
That was
you
a
have like
miss button.
50 jump balls a game.
Yes.
And there's like
Exactly.
elbows
And the score is
flying.
like 2-11 or something like that.
That's correct.
That sounds fun.
It sounds great.
I had
Yeah.
a dad cuss me out and like grab my arm and I quit that night. And I was like, "Yep, I'm done.
You're done.
My life
I
has
rem-
been threatened. I'm good."
I remember
Over a mini soccer U6 league. A
Oh,
dad
wow.
chased
That's
me
crazy.
down and
Well,
cussed me out.
I
And was
remember-
You got to
like,
stop the ball, MK.
I remember
isn't it.
I remember the last game I refereed. It was a
Exactly.
4A state soccer game. It was a playoff game. I was the head guy in the middle, and apparently one of the old people did not like a call that I made, And
Shocking.
he said,
Oh,
"Oh, what
guy.
a pick there! He's gonna take it to
That's
the house."
gonna be 6.
Go.
If he
Look at
can
that
block
lineman.
this guy
Look at that
right
lineman.
here.
Oh, Khalil! Oh, why
What did you just do
what?
that for?
I had
That
him
Khalil
too.
was not gonna catch him.
Shh, we're here now, folks. We're here now.
Ah.
That's better than him having the ball.
Yeah,
I
very true,
definitely went to the wrong guy.
So that's
there's-
one.
That's one.
That's
pick.
one.
That's one.
Gotta run some clock.
What was it? Three?
I said
Okay,
three.
I said 3.
Yeah.
No, he waited for me outside of the of the referee's locker room to have a piece of his mind.
Oh yeah, that's
And
that's,
my two assistants who were older than me and more experienced, they basically told him to the polite word to go away. And still, he waited for me to get into my car, then followed me to the nearest gas station. to
Yeah, that's too
have
much.
a word. And I was like, what do you want me to do? All right.
You ruined his
that
child,
took forever.
grandchild's dream.
Yeah, they
and the grandchild was like, the girl was like, you are embarrassing me. Please stop.
That's
like,
pretty
granddad, you are completely embarrassing me, and he just want to have a piece of
Oh,
his
you're
mind.
back.
I already said bye.
Bye. Okay, there you go. And so that was my last night of refereeing soccer.
Yeah.
Just
well,
hopefully that doesn't happen if I decide to referee football. Hopefully that doesn't happen.
I can't guarantee that it won't.
Oh.
How do you get into that?
Into
Like,
what?
I want to be a ref.
Yeah, that's what I was telling him. I coached with a guy who had been doing it. So that was 15 years, and then I've done about 10, and he was just like, hey, you want to come do it? I said, okay.
So you just spend your Friday nights out on the football field?
Yeah, it's not bad. I enjoy it.
As long as you enjoy it.
It's a
I
way
do.
to get away from
I
life
say
of
that.
kids.
I don't
Sporting's
enjoy
super
that
cool.
stuff. I don't enjoy when like people like lose their minds over
have
human error or something. You know,
But the
like
thing-
has anybody this season, this season have lost their minds
Oh,
to
yeah.
you? Okay.
But I think that's going to be natural, especially if you're so, if you don't have any, if you don't play sports and you're yelling at a ref, then you really don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You
And
got to be
that's
somebody
true.
that plays,
A lot
that
of the
somebody
worst-
knows the game.
yeah.
That's the one thing I hate is those fans that think they know the game, and they're saying that you're legitimately trying to,
Yeah.
Like
make
you care.
make somebody lose. And why would you care
I
that
don't, know the-
much?
I don't even know what the score is. None of us
Exactly.
do. Or a lot of
We're
us
not
don't.
looking at the scoreboard. Believe me.
I mean, we write it down, but what I'm saying is, like, I'm not going, oh, we're up 21. I'm not going to call that hole or whatever.
You got to be as fair to everybody else.
Oh, goodness.
Gordon, this is embarrassment.
Why? What's so embarrassing about it?
He's about to get 3
It's
points.
Carson Wentz.
Oh, I thought you
Here's
guys
the
had
reason-
set the. I'm glad I got Clowney back at least for another game.
I'm about to say Nick just said that. He because why is Clowney on the Texans? He's on my.
That is kind of messed up. I thought maybe y'all had fixed
The running
that.
back.
No,
Look,
That's
Joe
right.
was supposed to look at that, and he didn't.
Oh, I
guess
see. It's a
correctly.
shift. It's the
So-
blame game. It sounds like a.
Look,
Y'all are
I
blaming
don't know
the
how to work
referees
any
again.
of these.
one Madden still takes control of that. So I really don't.
That's his call.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
his call. I didn't see that. I was trailing.
That's,
I was trailing, Coach. I don't know what you're talking about. That's exactly what we did.
Nailed it. You never throw the other guy under the bus, but you definitely
No,
say,
no,
like,
you never
that's
do.
not my
but
call.
That's not my call.
Maybe
That's.
the game
yeah.
didn't put
I was
the
trailing,
video
guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'll make sure I keep an eye on that next time.
I
That's
love it.
always
I love it.
the line. Oh my gosh.
That's going up.
Good news is Ben Roethlisberger's not in the game anymore.
Thank the Lord.
But Drew Brees is, so I don't know. I don't really get it. You
Is
can
he
still
still
play with Drew Brees. No, he's out for 6 weeks.
But I mean, like in the game, you can still play.
Yeah,
with
you
Drew?
can still play him as your quarterback.
Ben hopes
So
that the rosters don't update by tomorrow.
that's what
That's the
Joe is
thing.
actually looking at.
Oh, is that who
for
he
So,
has?
yeah, so he said he checked this one, but
Nick,
obviously.
he's gonna be Clowney's gonna be tired for
Oh,
his game.
Oh.
Good Lord.
wow.
Yeah.
Brandon Graham
Just lit him
decided
up.
to. And wait a minute, why is Lamar Miller playing?
Agreed.
His ACL got tore up.
Exactly.
In the first preseason game.
Is Houston 1-1?
We are 1-1. We should. You know
They
what?
should be 2-0. They should be 2-0.
I'm happy.
Steven.
I
Don't
would say
care
this:
about your Saints.
New Orleans Saints. I mean, they played a really great game.
I
I
don't
tell you
like
right
them.
now, though,
Me either.
that was a good. That could have went either way. It really went to the team with the last possession.
But
that was
Houston,
it.
Typical
but
NFL
Houston
stuff.
played. Houston had. They should have won the game. Let's just be completely honest.
They should have won the game,
Yeah.
but I'll take that because I really didn't know what to expect with our defense losing Clowney, and
Yeah.
now that we,
It's a big
I mean,
loss.
with
It
so many
is.
trades that happened with the Dolphins too, that I really didn't know what to expect. I was
Let's
just
play
hoping
how-
that we didn't get embarrassed.
You
Let's
have
put-
Laramie Tunzel now, right? He
Yes.
got traded. Okay,
Yes.
So
he's pretty good.
let's play hypothetical here, then Rio. Who do you think would be a bigger loss? Would it be Clowney or would it be Watt?
See, if you told me that, if you asked me that 2 years ago, my answer would have been different.
Yeah.
You know, that's the only thing. You know, with
Because the upside kind of deal, right? Yeah.
Exactly, and that's the thing. You see Clowney just flying off
He's
the
gotten
ball.
so much better already.
Yeah.
But you can see Watt. He can track down that quarterback or that running back so quickly. It's really kind of like pick your poison.
Yeah.
But now that we have somebody that can protect, Deshaun's back, that might have more time for the defense to sit down instead of being on the field half the game. That's my problem with Texans now.
Oh,
Nice move there.
Whiff. Good run. You really don't like these uniforms?
those are disgusting.
That's a classic right there.
It is classic random.
That's
Look
Dick
at that
Vermeil.
green.
That's Dick Vermeil green.
That green
Yeah.
just
Oh man.
Man,
looks like
back.
sick baby poop.
It's if poop was that green, like it's
Oh man,
hospital.
you
Sick
better take
baby
him to the
poop.
hospital for
Yeah,
real.
No, yeah, I know.
Oh, he's dead.
Oh wow.
Like Brandon Graham is just flying all over the place.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think the Eagles jerseys now are
You like those
White.
better?
white and purple.
Darker green with the black.
The black ones are sweet.
Yeah, they
I
are
do
kind of
like
nice
those.
actually.
Yeah,
I wish they'd go black helmet though. They still wear the green helmet, which
that's
is
true.
which is awkward.
They'll use.
They should
they'll-
like chrome out the eagle on a black
they honestly
helmet.
will use the black.
Bro, I'm gonna go into design.
Nike, are you listening?
Right.
I'm gonna forward this to you. No worries. I'll sketch it.
They only bring out the black uniforms whether it's a Monday night game or
Like
Sunday night game
Thursday
against
night.
the Cowboys.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, really? Is that
Honestly,
when?
It's honestly the only time they'll wear the black is if it's against the Cowboys or a Sunday night
That's
game.
rude.
So,
What do their color rush unis look like?
beautiful.
black?
Yeah, they're. Oh, it's another pick.
Oh, just
You're
didn't
so
put enough
lucky.
air
Like a play.
underneath it.
Yeah, he was
Over it.
open.
This is why Jalen Mills went to LSU.
Oh,
He
my
just He
goodness.
just drops everything, man.
Do you think Georgia is going to be silly and wear something funny on Saturday night?
No, I
no.
think they would have already announced
Like
that.
that's
if they
already
were.
done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They'll go there with their traditional red.
They'll wear a blackout at some game, but I don't think it's this weekend.
I don't think they'll.
Because of the helmets with Notre Dame will be clad. Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that.
They made. What game do you think they would do blackout? I don't know all this year.
So
Who
let
from
me
the
ask you
West-
something. Let me ask you guys something since you're asking us all these
what's
questions.
up?
So how does it feel to be running this game stream now? I mean, William, I know you've been running it for a while. MK, you've been behind the mic. So how does it feel to be y'all two running it now?
Well,
It's
I
my
mean,
freaking show. What you mean?
yeah, her show. I'm just here.
Commissioner, what's up? Don't piss me off.
She's literally the commissioner. She told Ben during
I
the
love
stream
it.
She could not. She was invoking the clause. And
I love it.
I think it's only fair because I only play in one of
Oh, my
these.
goodness.
And
Yeah, I
I
think
don't
he
last
probably-
very long.
No.
RKO'd him.
I thought it was a play action pass
Like-
there, and he just gave it to That was the old Michigan play for Clowney.
Yeah.
That was not good.
When he decked up.
Not
Right back.
good.
It looked like a wrestling move.
Yeah.
after a
you
moment.
know what? To answer your question, I mean it's nice. I think both of us were used to Joe here twice to do it, but I mean now that he's gone for at least one of these streams, it's not bad.
It's a hair late.
Hurts.
I
How
think
long
that's the
have y'all
one thing.
been in this?
That's the one thing that's got to be fun.
I think they've been in this for about 2 years.
Just the
Have
beginning.
y'all been? I mean, have y'all been here since the game room started?
I have.
Okay.
Rhea,
I
so
have,
like
yeah.
you've really seen how far
I've seen
we've
how
come
far
along
it's
in
We
come.
played
I
each
mean,
other in
In the
1440
the 1440
room.
studio.
That's
in
right.
the bottom, yeah.
That's
We had to
exactly
like
right.
put this behind us with two
I
poles.
interned when they did
That's
that.
right, yeah.
So
You see, like
we had
so
these random mics pulled out and turned all the way
It was
up. We were just
insanity.
yelling for an hour.
Yeah.
I was actually here for the first ever stream where they had it in the conference room. Like I came up here to sit in on Joe and Russell's show. I just came in, sat, drove from Alabaster to here, and they were doing their first stream. I think it was with Spin Moon Matt, Sir Will I Am, Joe, and I believe Ben was here for like a couple minutes, and then he dipped out. But I remember that first
Oh,
stream, and
crap.
it was very
Nice move.
Oh yeah.
yeah. It was very
Low
a
brow.
lot of learning. Yeah.
They could never get it to work.
We
They
could
couldn't,
never
no.
get it to
Remember,
work.
like we'd have to go home,
Oh my
come
gosh,
back.
Right.
I
Oh, can we
remem-
play
I
tomorrow?
remember-
Like, oh, you're killing me, son.
I remember before.
You had to jog. You jogged here
Yes,
one
I
night.
jogged. I should have done that tonight, but I didn't get a chance to. But that was my pregame ritual, just to go for a run, and I went for a 3-mile run.
Yeah, I was at
Yeah.
like Crampton Bowl. I had to
Exactly.
play him. I was like, I don't think he's gonna make it. And he's like,
I
Just
run back.
getting it.
They're like, were you running by the Cramden Bowl? Like,
There.
yeah. Well, it's only 2 miles from here. I mean, it's not that
2
bad.
Only 2
yeah.
miles.
Yeah,
Not
it's,
that
only, it's only
bad.
2 miles from here.
Super casual.
Yeah.
It really is not that bad, guys.
It's uphill though,
Yeah.
but then it's downhill. So I guess
Exactly.
you gotta fight the way up and then just fall down. That's what I usually do.
When I first moved down here, somebody asked me where. I mean, I guess somebody was visiting. They asked me where the Crampton Bowl was. I'm like, what is the Crampton Bowl? What are you talking about?
Football
Yeah, I
stadium.
figured that. I figured that out.
Guess
after
you haven't
I
figured
saw
it out
yeah.
yet.
No, I didn't.
It's down that away.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Come on, get that ball.
2-minute warning there. Apparently,
Wow, this has flown by.
Nick says apparently we need to be more enthusiastic. Screw
Yeah.
you, Nick. There.
So,
there's your
There's
enthusiasm.
some enthusiasm.
Hey,
No.
Nickel.
Are you guys going to be ready for whenever, I mean, right now video games are so big.
Mhm.
You know they're going to be looking for personalities that will do this commentary. Are you going ready for that?
They
'Cause
actually do this for NASCAR.
I can
NASCAR
see I can see this being get that ball. I can see this being like the next generation of broadcasters now calling, these
Yeah.
games. Good point. I'm serious. It's
I
going to
never
happen.
thought
Look
about
at
that,
the
yeah.
I mean,
MK's,
I'm good.
MK's like, no. not
MK, if that
no.
check
Uh-uh.
If that
clears
check's gotta
and that
be
check is
good.
pretty good, I bet you'd be like, hell
Because
yeah,
what
I'm
I'm
doing it.
doing for it now ain't really worth it. I'm just nice and I gift my time.
Hey,
But
welcome
You
to
know what?
market.
I'm just here so
Welcome
I
to
can
market
get
157.
Right.
I mean, nobody's making money here. Come on.
I'm just here so I can get fine now. Well, no. This is kind of this is practice for me when we do.
When the NFL calls,
Yeah, I would
I mean, that
love
would be awesome, right?
Be the next voice of the Dallas Cowboys.
There,
but no.
William McCarthy, Thursday night.
Exactly.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
My
Thank
Lord.
you for the gift. Christmas came early for me.
Who-
How did you drop that
Who is
one?
that? Is that Deshaun Jackson?
That's Deshaun Jackson.
Well, that's
yeah.
kind of why, because he's hurt.
Oh,
He didn't want to catch anything out of his
See,
way,
don't
man.
get that started because
It's wide open.
you were wide. I came up actually.
Make a
I gave
play.
you
I thought
I
it
gave
was
you
big.
room to get that window. And
By the way,
Deshaun
wow,
Wax,
that was
son.
so bad.
by the way, Nick's
That
pulling.
was so bad. I can't.
By the
believe
way,
you did
Nick's
that.
pulling for the
I'm
little
talking
brother
bad on me.
tonight, which I don't know who that is. It might be
I'm pretty
Houston.
sure it's Gordon.
Get in.
Yeah, no,
Oh.
it,
Yeah.
no,
Oh,
he's
it's in
Houston.
team. I
It's
don't know.
Houston, yeah.
Yeah, because you're older than Nick, aren't you?
No. He's talking about
Am
the
I?
I get
Cowboys.
that. I'm asking a separate question now.
Am I older than Nick?
Yeah.
I don't know. How old's
Nick,
Nick?
how old are you?
45.
No,
I'm
he
kidding.
ain't.
I'm 27.
No, he's
so
like he's
No, you're not. We need to stop lying.
he's his mid 30s.
It'd be too. I'm 34. Me and
I
Nick are
think-
like women. I'm not telling you my age till he says it.
I think I think. Gosh.
No, I'm 34.
I think he's
September
34 as
1st.
well.
I turned 34.
All right, here we go.
All right, so we got 122 left. Philadelphia with a
Texas a
6-0
touchdown.
lead.
I'm going
I
Auburn
can't even
offense here.
imagine the fact if somebody ever called me and they're like, "Hey, you want to commentate on this game? We'll pay you for it." Like a video game stream.
You
I
do it.
mean,
I don't know. I would be like,
USA
you know,
Do
Network.
it.
USA Network
Sure.
is showing those games on their TV
So
on their
18.
channel.
He's 18. He's
I'm telling
18.
you.
That's fantastic.
I'm just saying.
Not how old's your girlfriend?
Oh, damn.
you got me thinking now, Rio.
About you.
I never even
Oh.
considered that as a possibility.
I mean, think about it.
There's
But that-
streams all over. I got
NASCAR does this.
onto
NASCAR-
my son because
NASCAR has
he
a.
was
They,
watching one
yeah.
at like 10 o'clock, and I thought he was playing.
Yeah.
I was like, it's time to go to bed. You should be playing. I'm getting on him. And he's like, I'm just watching it. And I was like, no, there's no way you're watching it. And then, of course, he showed me, and I was like, oh, you still need to go to bed.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Oh my
But
gosh.
they just watch each other play the game.
Why
That's
did
what
I
I
bullet
think is
past
so
that?
dumb.
That's,
You know.
Mm.
You know
Like
what?
people are getting
Yes,
paid
that
to
is good.
stream themselves playing a video game, and people pay money to watch said
Ooh.
video
A
game.
friend of mine
Tell you
does
That
it.
is rough.
A friend
That-
of mine does it.
The fact that people
Yeah.
watch other people play video games
Yes.
drive me nuts.
Me
first
too.
of all,
And
unless
the
I'm,
people
that
either
pay
I'm
for it.
playing or I'm doing something else.
Yeah, I don't understand it. I
It's
have
like, I
trouble
guess
like
you
being
could
in
try
a
and
room
learn,
while somebody's
but-
playing. Like if I were y'all, it would be a struggle for
Oh,
me to
yeah.
just sit here and watch us
Mm-hmm.
play. Yeah, MK loves it though. Don't let her.
Yeah, I
This is
love
her
what I do.
ish.
I'm here for the wrestling one. Other than that, I'm kind of like, woo! game.
Woo!
Wee.
The wrestling
Look
one,
at
I'm like,
me.
let's do this. I'm ready.
What a punt,
I'm gonna beat all y'all.
Aguilar. Uh-oh.
Run! You're dead.
Nice job. Nick is 32, by the way.
I need to see a
girlfriend's
birth certificate.
His girlfriend's 48, and
Right.
hey,
Anniversary gonna kill you.
and he says that she's a. I can't say that. Well, I can't.
You
say
may be able to say that. Right? It looks like milk.
Oh, okay.
Looks like milk, but replace the letter.
A filk.
Silk? What is that? What does that mean?
What's a silk? Anne Marie is gonna kill him.
A female I'd like to kiss. A filk. That totally worked. You're welcome, world.
It's cute, Gordon.
Thank you.
So-
Thank you.
There you
That's
go.
better than,
What?
no,
Better
no,
than what,
no,
Gordon?
no.
Mom, I'd like to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I couldn't think of a good one. That wasn't inappropriate.
Well, that's a weird view.
Oh, my
Get
God.
it, get
That's
it,
He
a
made it up
down.
for that
Oh,
one.
What are
man,
you
it would have been
doing?
hilarious if
You
he
almost just
jumped
ran
out the one.
I
did
Oh
that
my
once
God.
with Michigan,
That
and
was
he
a good
fumbled. He
pass.
fumbled on the dive, touchback.
Oh, man, I bet on that one so bad. I mean,
Yeah.
look at this.
Goodness,
Yeah.
that
I
was
mean, he was
fantastic.
wide open. Oh, my God.
He's out there.
Crowd.
Exactly.
It
Fumble.
almost runs out of bounds.
Touchback.
Like,
Touchback. That would have been
The
hilarious.
Eagles look like the Eagles look like they have the same color green as the Jets.
They do like the
Gross.
Jets.
It's ridiculous.
I love that Gordon just sat there and did the motion
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you referee.
He's
Okay. Calm
there-
down.
It wasn't on purpose.
Do you use those signals by any chance when you're driving or something like that?
Oh,
I
that'd be
don't.
so funny.
I do them at
I
home though. I'm
mean,
like, that's blocking
yeah.
below the waist. It's gonna be 15.
That's below the waist, darling.
It's gonna be 15, babe.
It's a 15
We're going to mark it off from the spot of the foul.
From the spot.
Targeting,
Yeah.
15-yard
Oh,
penalty.
she's definitely a targeter.
Been ejected.
Hey, she comes in head
Are you
high.
live streaming this, Rio? Oh,
I
no,
am.
we're
I'm still at
FaceTiming.
work.
He's working.
Okay.
All right, I'll talk to you in a minute. All right, let's go.
Rio's known for live streaming random things around
I do,
the,
but not today.
stations.
I can't even focus on this game.
So I was like, wait a second. We're already live streaming it. Let's do it again.
Yeah.
That's what he does, man. He's got to promote Wild 102, which is fantastic.
Woo!
Good Lord.
We juked the crap out of him.
These last 2 minutes have taken longer than the entire first and second quarter.
Yes, it
combined.
has.
We've been chit-chatting about literally everything. I love it.
Sean
4,
Jackson's dropping
3.
balls.
Throw that ball. There you go.
You got to
my
block.
Lord.
Oh, you don't
Oh.
got to. I didn't even
got
see that
right.
guy.
Yeah.
All right, so we're not doing any type of commercials. We're just gonna go.
Let's keep it moving. Let's keep going.
Yeah, I'm not.
If it's lagging, there's no use in it.
Yeah.
So
But
we
we-
won't bore you with
Doug
that.
Peterson
But we
really
love all of our
is,
sponsors, and we love you, NFL.
Game Fuel, we
Game Fuel,
appreciate
thank you so
you.
much.
Well
Um, thank you for
That's
providing me
professional.
energy to drive all the way to Texas in a few days because I will be taking quite a few.
Where in Texas you going?
College Station. I'm going to the
Okay.
Auburn
She's
A&M
going.
game.
Rio, she's
Nice.
going to Motherland.
I hate.
AKA Texas.
Bringing back a dub.
I just
Don't say
can't
that.
stand Aggie Land. I'm
can't say
sorry.
Hey, me either.
Oh my gosh.
It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, it just
All
makes
right,
me
my bad.
nervous, and I feel like I'm a jinx.
I mean,
so.
Everybody I've talked to today is like, "What do you think about the game?" And everybody I talked to went, So
I'm kind of
no
a jinx
one's
for
very-
Auburn on the road, so I'm
Goodness.
not really confident right now. And
So
they're
glad
probably
you're
gonna hate
going.
me.
You know what's
But yeah,
off,
it'll be great.
off topic here? My mother told me I can no longer go to Braves games.
Oh, same.
Yeah, my mother told
I'm,
me I'm not allowed to go because every time that I go there.
she don't want to go with you.
Oh, no.
Oh,
The last game that my parents invited me to, yeah, you're so funny. They
Thank you.
invited me to was against the Dodgers, and they were like,
making
nope.
plays.
Get that ball. There you go.
Go Cunningham.
That's two.
Zach
No, wait,
Cunningham
just
from
kidding.
Pinson Valley.
Has he really?
Yeah. Yep. Zach Cunningham from Pinson played at Vanderbilt. Yeah.
Nice.
I'm 1-10 at Braves games in the last 3 seasons,
Ouch.
so I'm not allowed to go to any postseason for sure.
Yeah.
I am a jinx.
They like
it's
see.
not great.
They got your picture at the gate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There she is.
Don't let
Do
her
not
in.
let
Do
her
not
in.
let this woman.
Gotta wear a
Funniest
hat
thing,
with
your ticket just
sunglasses.
doesn't scan. We don't
I
know.
don't know what's going on.
Probably be Auburn on Saturday. Don't let her in.
Don't say that.
Let's see. What is my road
Or all your
record?
buddies, like your rider buddies, they all traveling? I
Yeah.
guess they travel.
Well, they're like flying
Well, yeah.
because they have
that's-
money,
I
and
guess I should have
I'm
said.
doing this myself. So
You know what's crazy is that this weekend is 2 teams that I hate the most. Again.
Yeah.
Why do we always talk about things you
Auburn
hate? How
and
come we don't talk about things you like? I don't
Well,
ever
man,
hear.
They're
the
not good.
Cowboys not playing on this.
It's like 2 things.
let's see.
Yeah,
We-
the Cowboys and the Rangers and the hockey
Who?
team.
Well, first off,
Stars.
hey, we don't need to discuss the Rangers because because I haven't seen what the postseason looked like in a very long time.
No, it's been a while.
So yeah, because we had the dumbest GM ever, and I hope you're listening, John Daniels.
You were one out
not.
away,
Piece
bro.
of crap.
You were one out away, bro.
One strike away. We
That's
were one
true.
strike away, but Perez decided to be a butt. No.
Yes.
What a play.
Come on.
DeAndre Hopkins, the
Thank
best
you,
defensive
DeAndre.
ever.
Making this into at least a contest of some sort.
Break his leg.
I'm 4-9 on Auburn road games.
Why are you going then?
Guess what?
No wonder that A&M guy was like, yeah, come on.
Oh, well.
I got invited out there by some people in their athletic department.
She
So we're
got-
going for my sister's birthday.
They heard the
see.
She
record.
got real cozy with the. With
Don't
Texas
say
A&M
that. That is
SIDs.
really uncomfortable.
Whoa.
Not like that, but I'm
That's
like-
what you said.
But that's what
though.
you're
Okay,
insinuating.
yeah.
Cozy,
Okay,
like
my bad. Hold on.
No.
So,
who uses the word
I
cozy?
chatted with him at
Yeah.
media
and
days.
this is the media days when they had Braden Mann come up and give me the horns down.
And now she's going to Texas with him. So
It sounds really
Gosh.
bad.
Okay. Anyway.
You just
That sounds like a
ruined
Lifetime
me.
movie.
Anyway, they came when Braden Mann came to talk with us at SEC Media Days. He gave me the horns down not once but twice. The SIDs and all them, we were just chatting or whatever. And I believe it was the PA announcer.
The PA.
The PA announcer asked her or said like, whenever you are in town or whatever, give me a call and we'll set you a VIP access. We'll give you all access to
I would have
our
done the same thing,
Powell Field
MK.
and
I
all
would have
that.
done the same
you know,
thing.
and so
So he's like, just get yourself out there and a place to stay, and I'll
Yeah.
handle the
Oh,
rest.
so
that's-
basically
So-
That's
That's what we're
she get the
doing.
whole
Well
VIP
done.
access.
Thank you. This will now be all of the SEC West stadiums checked off.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
think of what you should
Spent a
see
lot of
in
money on
College
gas.
Station, but it's yeah.
You know,
I
like,
got some food recommendations today
did they
from their
still do
sideline
like the
guys.
fire off
Where?
campus?
The
and stuff?
food?
Say
Let me
They still
look.
do the
Yeah, I wanna
bonfire
talk about that.
off campus.
they do the bonfire off campus, and they still do the
Midnight yells,
the
what I'm
midnight yell,
excited
which is
for.
like,
Oh.
Okay,
whatever.
so we're going to Kopi Bridge, which is a
Okay.
burger joint,
that's
and
yeah.
then C&J's or 1775 Texas Pit Barbecue for like the barbecue things.
Mm-hmm.
And then the nice restaurant I'm taking her to for her birthday is going to be the Republic.
I've heard of the Republic.
Steakhouse?
I've never
I
heard
don't
of
know. He
that.
said it's like
CJ I don't
hella
know about.
nice. So that's like the plan right now. I'm going to look at the menu, check out those prices before we fully get a
Yeah,
reservation.
right.
Because I am paying
Right.
for this myself.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I've
and
never
I'm a
heard.
part-time
Nothing like
at a
when the
radio
tip's
station.
$30. You know, like your
Yeah.
tip's gonna be 40
Yeah,
bucks.
I never heard of the.
We probably
Republic,
can't go.
But I've heard of the burger joint. It's pretty good.
Well, she can't drink. She's only turning 20, so she can drive me home.
Even
Okay.
better,
so
living the
it'll
dream.
be great.
But yeah.
A&M did legalize, I guess is the way to use here, the drinking in stadium, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it did.
They were one of those. Lit.
Alabama and Auburn.
Oh crap!
Look at Jordan Howard there with the first down. There you go. There you go.
Little
There
late.
That's how smart the game is.
Oh, jeez.
I'm excited. Be
That's
keeping track
awesome.
of my Instagram and Facebook. So I'm going to be putting up stories constantly.
Do you have any room in your trunk?
We actually do. We're taking my sister's car, and hers is bigger than mine.
Yeah,
So
look at that.
I'll put you underneath the.
They're just always so nice. Anytime they
Back
come to
of 'em.
Auburn, like they're like the nicest fan base.
Oh, I know.
I don't know
so
about
excited.
there. I know people are different, like there.
They are one of the most.
But when they
like,
come here, it's
well-traveled-
like they're just like, hey,
They're one of the most well-traveled.
they high
fan
five when
bases.
Auburn
I
scores.
don't
And
know.
so
I
it's
hope
really,
somebody let me tailgate at their
it's
tailgate.
very- I mean, they're obviously letting you just go. And they're
I
helping
know,
you
but
go,
like the
so.
athletic complex doesn't have a tailgate. I'm just like walk up to a random group, be like, "Hey, can we crash your party? My
Yeah.
sister's birthday."
Yeah.
Tech was
Yeah.
Oh,
say
yeah,
yes.
yeah, so,
Virginia Tech's like that. You're in like a cordoned off area off the campus, basically,
Mm-hmm.
where all the tailgate is, and then everybody walks, a mile to the stadium. It's kind of weird.
yeah.
It's like a
But
trek.
They just don't want a lot of people drinking.
LSU was really nice when we
Yeah,
went.
it's nice.
Surprisingly, they weren't like rude or anything. I think they knew they were going to beat us that day, so it was kind of like, sure, come get something to drink. You're going to need it, type deal. So,
Yeah.
So who's the best fans in your opinion? Like best travel or best visiting fans?
That's a great question.
Alabama. Well, Alabama people coming here. LSU fans are always nice. Well, the LSU fans that I've met, they're always kind enough to say, "Hey, come on over, eat some of this jambalaya. Come on over," because they bring their 20 quart,
Oh crap!
10
Nice.
Okay.
tins full of jambalaya. They'll eat. They'll cook it there. Texas A&M fans are actually the ones that are probably the most rambunctious as far as like whether their team is up or down.
Yeah,
That's
or
a good
tied,
point. It's
they
really a party no matter
yeah,
what.
it's a party, and they'll do their chants the whole entire time.
God, do they
And
ever?
it's-
Woo!
Yeah.
If I could tell you one place for the professional side, because college football is not something I followed until I came to Alabama.
Yeah.
If you ever have a chance to see one NFL game in a stadium, it has to be Lambeau Field.
Oh, I've
You
heard.
got to be in pack.
Have you done that?
I have.
Oh,
Actually, I
that's
did that for 10 years because when the Oilers left to Tennessee, we didn't have a team for 10 years. So
Oh, that's
basically, we became an NFC fan of the Packers because our promotions director was a guy from Milwaukee, and he always get extra tickets. And every year it was a guy's trip to Green Bay, Wisconsin, in the cold because
And
in
that's like
Houston,
the only
you don't
thing
see-
there, right?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
there's
pretty
nothing-
much it.
yeah.
I mean, they have the Oneida Casino.
Yeah.
You got a ton of bars. You got a ton of restaurants now, but yeah, I mean that's their thing. I mean that
That's awesome.
every year football season, they're the most gracious fans I've ever met. They literally bought us beers all night, and I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I don't know you guys, but they knew we weren't local for
That's
sure.
awesome.
Yeah.
That was me going back to college. We did a friend trip to Fayetteville when Auburn played them 2 years ago. And just because they know they're going to lose and they're just kind of okay with it,
Yeah.
like Arkansas fans are so nice.
They are.
Like
Interesting.
they have people giving us food and we passed their tailgate like the whole day. We went to go down and see some of my friends that played
Nice.
for the team, and there were people down there, and they were like, "Don't anything to drink?" Like just offering. They don't know who we are. We watched a whole game with a random group of guys out of the back of their truck.
But see, women can do
It
that
was
though.
so
That's the
fun.
thing. Women can do that.
It was a mixed group.
Okay,
It was a
just making
mixed
sure. Guys can't always pull that off.
That's exactly right.
It is definitely a unwritten law, but believe me, when it was women fans, they're getting everything from everybody. I'm sorry. That's
like-
just the way it goes.
When
Now-
Florida
It was a
came,
very,
I
very
think
nice-
some guy had a Tebow jersey on. I said, Tebow's a punk. And he turned around like ready to cold cock me.
That's nice.
It's like, yeah, there we go.
Now-
He probably deserved it.
Now, I've never
Yeah.
been to an NFL game before.
I did.
But,
Falcons and
but,
Packers suck.
but I've been to AT&T Stadium every time Alabama has played there. But
Of course.
yeah, I know it happens. But as far as professional games, I've only been to Atlanta
Which
for-
has
for the
one of the worst
Braves.
atmospheres in my
for
opinion.
the Braves.
Oh, Braves. Okay, no,
Oh.
that's
not
good.
Falcons, no.
Falcons, they're not very good
No.
fans, and I'm a
Yeah.
Falcons fan.
Braves. I've been to Braves, and I've also been to Cleveland,
Well, that sounds
and
fun.
I've also been to, of course, the Rangers. And every single time I go to a Rangers game, they're playing the Astros, and there are a lot of Astro fans that are nice. Like
Yeah.
they are great people. And then,
Rio's like, duh.
Yeah.
and then there are some. Then there are some who are you say
Throwing all over you.
Yeah.
There's
I
some of
know-
those.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, and then you see there are a couple that are
God
they
bless you.
scream "Go Astros" and maybe Rangers fans like sit down,
I think-
jokingly, and they'll just get very pissed off and upset.
I think
But,
I saw the Rangers play the A's out there. I
don't know why I did that.
When they were doing the Claw and Antler.
Yeah,
That's the year I went. Hamilton was still there.
yeah.
It's really, really cool ballpark though.
That was the golden days.
Yeah,
It
it
was-
kind of
it
was,
it
actually.
was the golden days.
It was a sellout. It was a lot of fun.
Now,
Uh-oh.
another place as well. Shoot.
I've been to a lot of them though. I've been to a lot of places.
Now,
I've been to
You're
everywhere.
traveled there, Gordon?
Yeah,
Oh, I don't know why I did that either.
it worked.
since Rio, you've asked us that question. Is that have you ever been? Has there ever been a game where the away fans have been just god awful?
San Antonio Spurs.
Oh, it's my
Really?
When I
team,
was a
man.
when I was
Hey,
a
guys.
I'm a huge Rockets fan.
Yeah.
Every time I went down to see San Antonio
Yeah,
play
he's a
Houston,
guy.
I'm a Houston guy.
Yeah, I know. That's what that was a joke.
Oh,
my
my God,
goodness!
pick it off.
Oh my gosh!
Gordon.
What was that?
Gordon.
I'm hitting user pick.
Oh
Let's
my
make
gosh.
a play.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
my
I
team,
can
my
tell you,
boys, my boys are terrible.
That's-
me and my grandmother almost got into a fight. Literally, she
Yeah.
was right there, and she
You
was
ready?
like holding me. I'm like, "Yo, grandma, chill." But she was like, "No, no one's gonna talk to my team like that.
That's
Come on,
odd.
pass it."
That's odd to think about with like Pop and Duncan, like the laid backness of Parker
But I mean, it's the
and
fans, though. You got to remember.
Ginobili. Yeah, I know. It's
like
just
the
weird
fans.
that they're that different.
They're
compared to
that
the-
fired up. I mean,
Yeah.
they don't
Well,
care.
remember,
Oh
it's
my
the only
gosh.
team, it's the only professional team, like big professional team in San Antonio.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
that's all they got.
for like most of South Texas.
But still, but yeah. I mean it. What about you, Gordon?
What about me? What the worst
Just-
fan base
yeah.
I've ever? Florida. It's not even close.
No, mine's Georgia.
There you go.
Ooh, that's a
There
good
you
one.
go. There you go.
That's a great one. I
don't
I think
like
I don't
going
even think
there.
about them.
I
but
almost went to that school too, just because they have a really good
I can't wait.
journalism school.
I can't wait to
But
see
out
that
of state
game, man.
tuition was like 28
I
grand.
can't wait.
So
they're like the most snot nosed.
I
Yeah.
cannot. Then I can't wait to go. 'Cause that's
Especially if
that's
they're
gonna be a
like-
fun game, man.
Now that they're like good.
They think they're good, but still haven't won
You're so
anything.
good. Yeah, exactly.
2nd and 26 comes to mind.
But Florida's just kind of
I was-
trashy, you know.
yeah.
Why I'm doing this?
I was
Are you
there when
trying to- are
the
you
ball
trying to
hit
no
the
huddle?
I'm
game
not.
winner, and
I'm
it was
trying
like,
no huddle.
you had
Yes.
to get escorted out of the stadium.
I think it's square.
Okay.
I think it's square.
Well, I
Spike
keep on
balls.
hitting something,
Yeah.
and it's
But
not
yeah.
working.
Stopping the
crap.
clock.
What else?
Georgia is just a special place, filled with a lot of rude people.
Oh man.
Like they yell at your kids, man. Like
Even,
they
even when
want
they
to hold
come
back.
to you, like,
Yes.
yeah, like
I
that.
have a buddy of mine.
They're
Who's
the
They'll take your
worst.
seats. I've had them take my seats before at Jordan here, and just tell me to kick rocks, basically.
Wow.
I have a
Yeah.
buddy of mine who's a huge Georgia fan, and he's not one of them, but he does say that if he does get a couple drinks in him, then he's ready to fight somebody.
Who barks at people?
He does.
Like
They bark every
does.
kickoff.
that's it. you
Man.
know?
What a play! Nice
play,
job
dude.
there, Demarius. No, that's not Demarius.
No,
That's- who is
no.
that?
Demarius is
Fells.
done. That's
Fells.
Fells.
Oh, it's Fells. Yeah.
Tight end.
This is only a one possession game here. I don't remember the rules, but I'm going to let you know, Rue, if you decide to offside kick here, onside kick, excuse me, I will allow it as the
Okay.
commissioner of
Thank
this
you,
league.
Yeah.
Shit! Oh, made it a little
All right,
interesting
so now,
there.
So since we're on this,
Little
best
pooch.
fans, whatever, is there a stadium that you would want to go to that you haven't been to yet?
I have to.
I'm saying all professional sports.
I mean, it's there's no contest for me. It's got to be the home of the Green Monster. It's got to be Boston.
Fenway,
I've never
that's a
been
good
to
one.
Fenway.
Yeah.
I would love to see
Wrigley
Fenway.
and Fenway. are both
I've
on
been to
mine.
Wrigley, and that you have to do
Kind
that.
of wish
It
like
is
the old
someplace you
Yankee
gotta go.
Stadium was still around. 'cause-
Exactly.
Just because of like who played in it.
Reggie Jackson. I mean, well, actually, well, not just Randy
I mean,
Jackson, but everybody.
I'm going to go to
Yeah.
Pasadena,
Legends.
go to the Rose Bowl.
You said Reggie, right? You didn't say
Yeah.
Randy, right? I thought I heard
Reggie.
Randy. I was going
If
to
I-
say. If I heard Randy Jackson.
Fetal
He thought I said
position.
it, so he
Yeah.
felt like that, yeah. Gosh, well,
Definitely
Mhm.
Rose Bowl.
yeah.
I'm going to get to
That's
that
a good
one
one.
day. I drove past it, couldn't stop.
It's-
But
It's against me to say it as a Bronco, but like I'd like to go to Arrowhead just because the atmosphere just
Yeah.
seems
Oh, yeah.
insane. Like
Yeah.
it just seems like they're just going crazy the whole time.
I don't want to go to a cold stadium.
No, me
I'd have
You
to go
gotta
when
do
it's
it
still
once.
warm.
You
I
gotta
do
do
it
not
once.
thrive
You
in the
gotta do
cold
it
Rio.
once.
We went to a Denver Oakland game, and I mean,
Yeah,
people were throwing
see.
snowballs at the officials and
That's
stuff. It was
When
it's
you live in Houston,
priceless.
we never saw snow, so we had to go during the snow. We had to go during the cold winter.
I've seen snow about 6
Uh-oh.
times in my life.
Oh my God, that was sick!
Yeah.
It was 6.
That was
It's
six.
holding, but it's going back. So
Yeah.
you're
Oh.
good
The
there.
game changer right there.
Golly.
You're lucky.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I was.
I think without a doubt, Fenway and Wrigley are two.
Be tough to beat.
But for me, if it's, I'm going to go off the limb here. For hockey, I've got to go up to Montreal.
Yeah.
Got
Yeah, I don't wanna
you
go
gotta
to
go
any
to
hockey.
got to go to the Bell Center. You got to see the history tradition
Uh-oh.
that they have.
Out
That's
of
a little
bounds.
out of
Good
bounds.
ridiculous,
try.
man.
You saw that, right?
Yeah, I saw that.
Do a
I'm
little
just saying.
swim
that-
move.
I was
Oh,
right
wow.
there.
Oh, what? Did you look at that? The Coliseum
It'd been cool
in
to
Rome.
go to.
The Coliseum in Rome.
in like you know
Touche.
the olden days.
yeah.
Golden
But-
State, the Oracle, that would have been cool. Like now
Yeah.
that it's gone. But
Now they're built. Well, yeah. Now they're building a new arena, I think. Or,
that's pass
or-
interference.
or is
No,
it
come
done?
on, no,
Is
come
there
on,
an
ref.
arena there?
Come on,
No
man.
idea.
Come on, man. Don't start
Uh-oh.
that.
what
We're in
else?
trouble. We're in big trouble here.
I've never been inside the AAA. I've been down
Keep
to
stopping the
Miami a
clock.
few times. I'm taking pictures outside of it. But they've never been in season when I go, so I haven't been to a Miami Heat game. I've been to see them play in Atlanta multiple times. But
I've never seen the Spurs play live. Never have. I just never had the one. We're never in San Antonio, so I don't get to see them then. But
take it back to the house.
but
Good try.
whenever they're in Atlanta or in Memphis, they're on days where like I have something else going on, so I can't. I can't go see them play. So plus, I'm not a big basketball fan in general.
It's gonna be.
I went to Coors Field the first home game.
Colorado.
put it. They didn't even take your ticket. They just put it like right, and then they clamped it down into some plastic.
That's pretty cool.
To keep it. Pretty neat.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it was a 15-inning game too.
Your mom said she's been to the Coliseum. Unreal.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that. My mom and dad just left me in Montgomery, Alabama while they went to Italy for 2 weeks.
So you're going to College Station.
Okay, I'm headed out.
No.
To be fair, it was for their 25th anniversary,
Yeah.
but I just wasn't very happy.
How was? I want to ask this
Who
to.
cares about your
I
anniversary,
had to feed
Mom?
myself for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, it sucked.
I want to ask this to MK's mom. How was the Coliseum? How amazing?
Did
was
you
it?
see-
Did you
come
just
on.
drop the ball?
Did
LeVar
you see
Miller
Russell
was-
Crowe?
Did you see?
Yeah. Was Russell
Russell Crowe there? Dude.
That
That's one
you-
of my dad's favorite
Not
movies.
entertained.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I'm definitely leaving. The
Bye,
dad
MK.
jokes are getting a bit much now.
Since
Thumbs
since
down
we
to
have,
the jokes. We gotta make
Oh.
plays. We gotta make plays.
All right. Here we go.
All right, Rio. Besides the Lambeau, is there another stadium that that you've been to that you're like, I can't believe I'm here?
You know, I had the pleasure of being in the most god-awful, most historic, most ugliest place that you could play baseball in, and it was the Houston Astrodome. And I wish I could go back there just to kind of see it
See?
again. That's the one place I sincerely
This is fourth and
hated,
fourth.
but I
This is for
loved
the
at the
game.
same
No
time.
one's
That
even.
is-
I didn't even see that.
It was
Me
like
either, but still always first down.
Oh.
Anyway, first down and go.
it was like concrete under the.
I'm not
Yes.
really
Turf,
sure.
you
that
know?
ball would literally
Every
go.
time I look at it.
You see the center fielder like have
What
to
do you mean-
jump.
what-
the,
what do you
Yeah,
mean all the time?
it's
If-
pretty
if it's
crazy,
sports
and it's
overtime,
definitely a
and
pitcher's
I
sport.
don't remember
Yeah,
last
it
time
was.
Because I
Is it
mean,
like
you'd have to
regular
really
overtime?
crank it out,
in
and
NFL football.
home runs like
NFL's
really?
favorite sport,
No,
especially
that's not
after
happening.
I know,
they
so
tried
I'm
to
wondering
save
if
that
that's what
with
we're gonna
that.
do or what.
Yeah.
big center
Yeah.
field, and
Right.
but
Right.
it
They
did.
kick a
People
field
just
goal
hit the
against
ball so
Texas.
different
Exactly.
now. It really wouldn't
It
have mattered.
became wiffle ball after that.
It became wiffle ball.
a minute
Wiffle
maid or
ball is
whatever.
a
I don't know
fun-
what it's called now.
All right,
You know
Rico's
what, I
over here
will
moving
say-
the ball.
I will say Minute Maid. Thank goodness they took away that thing that was in the middle. That was in
Yes,
center
the,
field. That
Taos
hill. That hill. I was like,
Yeah, it didn't make any sense.
you're killing your own.
Jim
player.
Edmonds did make like one of the greatest catches, like
That's
Yeah.
true.
running up the hill. That was really cool to see.
Don't even, Mom.
Your mom, MK's mom goes, you would be in awe.
Yeah.
History and the death of animals and people.
No
Oh, my
way.
goodness!
Caught it! Oh, what a catch! DeAndre Hopkins.
There's a lot of time on the
DeAndre.
clock. There's a lot of time on the
Oh,
clock.
Yeah, there
Hopkins.
is.
It was double coverage.
That was pretty filthy.
And
He's-
Gordon's got all his time out,
He's
so
99, that's why.
but-
99.
Is he?
Yes, 99 overall in this game. Yeah.
Should have run the clock.
All right, so we got.
Rio.
At least I
So
made
we
it a
got
game.
the Astrodome. Gordon, what about you?
Like,
A stadium that you've been to that you're in awe of,
ooh.
that you can remember, since you're at the old age of 34.
ancient. Got the wrinkles and everything.
I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of like what he said though. Like Fulton County would be like.
Fulton County.
I mean,
yeah.
it's just where I'd want to go back if I could go back. Just the
Watch Hank
nostalgia
Aaron
of
hit
it.
that home run.
Just, yeah, that
That'd
old.
be fun. I'd probably cry. Sports makes me cry all the time, though.
No, I mean,
so.
I remember Fulton County and then going to Turner Field both as a kid.
SunTrust is pretty sick,
What
though.
about
It
you,
is. It's
MK?
ridiculous.
Yeah.
The Braves have been fortunate. I mean, they had 3 stadiums in like
Yeah.
the last 30 years. You know, it's
That's
crazy.
what that's what
SunTrust is beautiful.
It
Like
is.
I,
It
I
is.
love going there.
It is. It's great.
It is.
What about you, MK?
The worst place I've ever been is definitely Tropicana.
Tropica- oh yeah.
The Rays
yeah.
is just disgusting. The Rockies was beautiful. I loved the Rockies Stadium.
Yep.
For me, it's gonna.
Set in the
For
mountains.
me, it's gonna have to be the ballpark. The ballpark in Arlington. I'm gonna miss that place a lot.
I'd like to go to Baltimore. I mean, unfortunately they suck,
Camden
but
Yards?
like, yeah,
Go to
right.
Camden,
Just because of where you know, just because of where it is, it's kind of cool.
Oh,
my
this is
goodness.
just
Oh,
for
my
why
goodness.
not?
Oh, he picked it off. Oh my! This could be a chance to go to. Oh my
Oh
lord!
no!
Look at all the
Oh,
blockers.
shit,
Look at
look
all
at
the.
Reed,
Just
look at him go.
kidding.
He's got blockers out in front. Man, I went for it all.
Yeah, for me, it has to either the ballpark in Arlington or I would love to go back to Texas Stadium.
I need to call Joe. I don't know the overtime rules of the game room. We haven't done this in a second.
It's regular overtime.
I
I
already
know. I
know what the
honestly may
overtime
make,
law.
but is it the same in
Yes.
this in the 740 game room as it is in?
We're getting
gonna
a
call
call.
Okay.
We're calling the bullpen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we are. No, for me.
Calling the replay booth.
Yeah, the replay booth. We're calling Houston.
Mhm.
Let's call.
Yeah, we're
If he
calling-
doesn't
we're
answer, I'll
calling
make
this.
up my own rules.
Yeah. No, for me, it has to be Texas Stadium. That would be
Probably
nice
feeding
for
his
me.
kid.
You can win with a field goal.
Snap
This
it.
is not how I wanted to lose.
Oh, fake punt, fake snap.
I
Oh.
was trying to get rid of it. I can't get rid of it.
Are you
Oh my
serious?
gosh,
In the
no way!
world.
What just happened?
Oh my
Thank
gosh, that's
goodness,
crazy.
thank goodness,
Okay,
thank
I'm making up
goodness.
my own rules. We're not gonna do the NFL thing. Everybody gets to touch the ball because that's ridiculous. I hate that rule.
I had
So everybody gets a chance.
I had a
'cause
junior high game 0-0
what-
last night.
literally stupid.
But what if somebody scores a touchdown?
That would be
in that
great.
game?
If someone scores, we don't have to worry about that. Then that's completely fine. I'm just
Hey, gummit.
just getting ready for that for sure.
Oh,
Okay.
he's going for it. Oh, he wants this.
Oh!
I thought
My.
we had that.
Me too.
What are we
17 seconds
doing?
left. It's fourth and inches there, Rio. Get a first down, please.
Not.
It's just
Can't
Throw it
stop-
up again, man.
can't
get
stop
a
the
first
clock.
down, please.
No timeout.
You know what I'm
Throw
gonna do?
it up. Throw it up. You have to wait until he picks, Gordon.
I know.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
No
It
problem.
happens.
Just letting you know how the game
Thanks for your
works.
apology.
You're welcome.
Wow, man. I
This
don't know
is
what I
pretty
wanna do
nerve-wracking.
here.
This is like, it's.
You know, a hail Terry action here.
Oh my goodness, that would be absolutely fantastic.
About to be
Hail
4th and
Terry.
5.
I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna take 5 more yards.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Decline
Don't be
it.
like, don't be like Jim Harbaugh. Call a timeout and punt the ball away.
Oh no, you can't punt now.
No, no.
You gotta go for the dub.
Oh man. Oh man. Oh man.
This
oh
would be
man.
insane.
Oh man. Oh man.
Rio's gonna lose his mind.
Oh man.
Rio's
oh,
gonna have to
man.
play Joe after this.
Oh man.
Just throw that back in y'all's minds. Oh! Oh! What are you doing?
Oh
Pick
man.
the ball off.
You don't want to pick that off though, for real, for real.
Yeah, you didn't wanna
like you'd
pick it
rather have that back at the,
Good point.
you know, coaching decisions.
All right.
Don't
Thanks,
skip-
That's
Harry.
why I'm here.
I need a Hail Mary.
Just do
Kate.
goalposts, man. Just do
That'll work.
goalposts. Zach Ertz is there.
I'll take it. Name the play after me.
A Hail MK.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out what's for dinner.
Did he just pick that? No. Okay.
All right. He's got a chance.
Okay, you can at least get a field
He's
goal
got a
here.
chance.
The key word is at least get a field goal here.
I've done all day.
Gordon says, "Nah, man, I'm going for straight up 6."
Got it. Got it.
Nice.
It's over.
Good
game,
game.
dude.
Oh,
Good
good.
game.
Holy
That
cow.
was a
That was a good game.
classic, a little instant classic in
It
the
was.
740 game room.
That's exactly
See?
what happened to
You're
Texans.
commentating it. Look at you.
Yeah,
we
look
could
at
pay
you.
you to do it.
Please.
Good game, man.
Me too.
Good luck.
Me
Beat
too.
Joe.
Yeah.
Have yourself a great one.
Bring it, Joe.
Hey.
You
sit
got to
back
stick
down.
around, winner.
You can leave, Rio. Thank you, Rio. We appreciate you
I'd rather just get up.
joining in. Okay. Gordon. Zeller. Gordon. Gordo.
Hold it.
Say that.
I did.
So, last second win, just like, you know, your college
Unbelievable.
teams do. So, like, why not go ahead and do it in your
Little
style?
heart pumping.
I mean, you can take it home. I don't really care. Okay. So, you made a few mistakes. I
Phew.
think we all know that. What can you learn from this?
That's awful.
Clock management would be primo. Probably not throwing a bunch of incompletions when you're up 13.
Maybe, like, run the ball
Maybe a little
some,
bit. Maybe.
bleed the
Some.
clock a little bit.
Maybe.
Well, fun fact, you're going up against Joe and the Kansas City Chiefs next at some point
She
in the
better
coming
bring
weeks. Did you say she?
it. I did.
Okay. Patrick Mahomes is a pretty good quarterback.
It's very good.
But you've got a pretty good defense.
I know.
Do you think that's going to even out there or what?
I think Mahomes is pretty good. Yeah.
And your defense.
Yeah.
Yeah, no?
Yeah, I don't think
Okay.
it matters.
Oh, that's good confidence.
Yeah.
We're going to leave it on that note for sure.
Bring it, Joe.
Bring it, Joe.
Joe Mahomes.
Any trash talk or what you got? Besides calling him a she, because that's pretty top notch.
Thank you. Do I have any? No, I really don't. I can't think of anything. You know, just
Okay.
Joe.
We'll
he's
give you a
like
little bit
nice
of
guy.
time,
Thank you.
and we'll come
Too
back.
much pressure.
Call into Mark.
You
if you
see,
feel
I
like
don't
it.
do well with pressure.
Okay,
No, I
he's
do.
screaming at me now, so we're gonna end this before I cry. Okay, tomorrow night, we'll be back here at 6 p.m. It'll be Ben and Saints versus Javon Brown.
Are you going to be here?
No. What's the team?
So we.
Oh, the Rams. That's who it is. We is in the 740 group of people. I will be in Mississippi by then. Headed to Texas. So, War Eagle, have a good weekend. And